Board exam, the Nclex exam, it's not an easy test. It's not designed for people to go in and pass. And let's face it, a lot of people have test anxiety. A lot of people are really bad test takers. And sometimes the exam does not test your knowledge. This video, we're going to be discussing some tips and tricks that you can use next time you're going to go prepare to take your Nclex exam or your board exam. You can even use these tips and tricks if you're going to prepare to take your CNA exam. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll share my experience in taking the Nclex LPN, the Nclex RN, and the board exam for my nurse practitioner. I'm going to give you guys 5 tips that you can use when you're ready to take your board exam. So the number one thing is you want to start preparing as early as possible. So if you're about to graduate, within 3 to 6 months, you should be looking into preparing for your exam. And what I mean by that is, getting all your documents in order to even register for the exam, because that requires, sometimes you do background, you do drug tests in order to sit down for that board exam. So start that as soon as possible and don't wait until graduation to start scrambling, because that's your real time to sit down and study really hard for your exam. I say 3 to 6 months, but this can vary for everybody, because being in a nursing program can be very difficult. It could be very challenging and overwhelming. And sometimes you're just trying to make it to pass your class. You're not trying to pass class, do homework, study for exit exam, and then trying to study for a board exam at the same time. So it's completely okay if you focus on graduating, getting that degree, and the minute you graduate, you must have a plan in order. That means within 90 to 120 days, that's 3 to 4 months, you should be ready to take the exam. Within that time frame, that means paperwork is complete. That means your studies is good to go. And that means you're ready to sit for that board exam within 90 to 120 days of graduation. And the reason they give that amount of time frame is your knowledge base and your information, from school that you've obtained is fresh within that time frame. Anytime after those couple months, your retention span drastically starts decreasing, and it will be that much harder to pass the board exam. So plan to take the exam within 3 to 4 months within the graduation. And to add on to that, you guys wanna take time to study. You understand? So within that 90 to 120 days, you wanna have a study plan in place. You wanna say, every week I'm gonna be studying for this amount of hours. I plan to answer this amount of questions and rationales within that week. And every week has to be planned out accordingly, all the way up to that 3 to 4 month mark. It's very crucial and it's very important that you don't waste any time. Those are your precious, most valuable time to study and really retain that knowledge to be successful in the exam. Number 3, I want you guys to avoid distractions at all costs. And distraction, the number one distraction, when we all know it, is this thing right here, the cell phone. We have to be able to cut that off, put it away, lock it up in a drawer, and go sit down and, go to a library for a couple hours out of the day and go study. Now, of course, some people might have children, some people might have a job and a life. You may need to have your phone with you at all times, which is okay. As long as you put your phone off for an hour or two, study really hard, check your phone for 10 to 15 minutes, get back to studying. It's very crucial to have that type of discipline and to stay focused. And also, like I said, a quiet environment. That is so important, because when there's so many noise going around in your head, it's like you don't know what to focus on. It's like you'll read a whole paragraph and you'll forget it in the next second because it's like so much stimulus is coming your way. So quiet environment, step away from distraction and turn off those phones, or be able to step away from the phone. Number 4, this is the most important advice I can give anybody. You have to believe in yourself. Block out the noise. Anybody that said, oh, I had a friend that took the Nclex 5 times and they can't pass. I had a friend that they took the exam, they cut off all the way at 125 questions, they didn't pass. Oh, I have a friend that's so smart, can't pass the Nclex. We gotta be able to block that out. You understand? Because you are your own person. You are an individual. You understand? If you were able to get into nursing school, complete all the curricula of nursing, be able to take your exit exam and walk that stage and graduate, there is no reason you shouldn't be able to pass an exam. It's all a mindset. You have to believe in yourself. You can study all you want to, read the book front and back. You could have been a straight A student in school, but if you're letting voices and people get into your head, it's going to be very, very hard to pass that exam. I'm telling you, I've been there, and do not let it happen to you, because you worked so hard to finish that program. Like, I'm getting so passionate about this. Don't block out the haters. Like, I'm for real, block out the haters. Believe in yourself, and I promise you, what you put in is what you're gonna receive. If you believe that you're the smartest person in the world, if you believe that you're gonna pass that exam, whatever you believe is what it is, and can't nobody tell you different. Positive affirmations. Always got to tell yourself. Create a dream board. You know, put your little RN badge there. Buy you a set of scrubs. Write your initials on there. You know, make a dream board. What type of job you're going to work. What hospital. Create your resume as if you're already a nurse. You got to really believe in that shit. Like, put that shit in writing. Put it on a board, plaque it where you could see it every single day. I'm telling you, once you start with that mindset, there's nobody that can take that mindset away from you. Even if you don't pass that exam on the first try, you better believe with that type of mindset, you'll pass it on the second. Guaranteed. It's all a mindset thing. You gotta take care of yourself. Self-care is so important. Because mentally, physically, if you're not there, you're not really gonna have that energy, that drive to motivate yourself to sit there for hours and study. You're not gonna have it. So you really gotta take care of yourself. And that means, you know, you're eating clean, you're not eating junky, saturated food, sugars, drinking soda. Stay hydrated, drink your water, eat your vegetables, eat your meals. Stay on a full belly. Don't be going to study hours at a library or at a park and be hungry and snacking on sugar. Don't do that. Eat clean, feed your soul, feed your mind. That's really gonna make a big difference. And you know, that's what we learn all the time in nursing school. You know, exercise. If you're stressed, what's the best thing to do? Exercise. And it's really true. You know, that means you can go for a walk. You can exercise around your home. You can find ways to do little light exercise, but just keep your mind stimulated. Take care of yourself. If you gotta go get you a massage once a week, once a month, or whatever in between your study sessions, take that hour or two for yourself. Do that. Go get your nails done. If it means going to Starbucks to get like your favorite drink or snack, do that. Anything that's gonna make you feel good, that's gonna make you feel positive, to keep going and give you that energy, I very much encourage that. Because how can you do well, how can you study if you don't feel well inside, right? Know all about your exam. Be prepared. Not what other people's telling you, but what you've researched, what you've learned, right? If you're taking the LPN exam, you know the amount of questions to expect. You know the minimum questions to expect. If that's for the RN, same goes for the RN. or if you're taking the nurse practitioner exam, there's two different types of exams. There's the ANCC and the ANP. It's important to do your research, know about your exam, know you're never gonna know the exact questions they're gonna ask, but a lot of them give you a breakdown of the categories. They'll tell you a certain percentage is going to be on this, on farm, on pediatrics, so you know what to expect. Like, okay, I should be getting ped question, I should be getting this type of question, so it doesn't come as a surprise to you. Know the amount of time that you have to actually sit there and take the exam, because sometimes we can get so focused on, you know, taking our time, you know, trying to be positive and not rushing ourselves, and the time catches up to us, or we can go to the bathroom and not realize the time is still ticking on the computer for your exam. So know exactly how much time you have for the exam. If you need any accommodations, there's ways to be accommodated. So all that information is on the website. So be prepared for that exam, not only study-wise, but knowing where your exam is, what type of exam it is, how long you have to take it, you know about your breaks. I hope this video was helpful to you guys on your study journey in preparing to take your Nclex or board exam. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, for watching my video. If you found this helpful, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Hit that notification button so you can be notified every time I post a video. And I also want to tell you guys, I do provide one-to-one coaching sessions. If you guys are interested in discussing nursing school, anything about nursing, finance, definitely I'll put my email down below. You can contact me and we can connect. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.